Let's now put the focus on Germany. The number of new coronavirus cases in Germany stands at a 3-week low as of now, and the country has started gradually lifting pandemic-related lockdown measures. Earlier, we spoke to Isha Bhatia, a news editor from Deutsche Welle from the city of Bonn. She gives us some perspective on Germany's approach. Listen in. If you can begin by explaining to us how Germany is strategizing the easing of lockdown measures in the country. The German Chancellor Angela Merkel has already warned that being too hasty in easing the restrictions may prompt a second wave.
Right. Angela Merkel has been very clear about this right since the beginning. She's been very honest with her public. In the beginning, she had said that around 60 to 70% of the population will get infected, which was quite a big thing for a world leader to say. And many had even accused her of creating panic among people at that time. But we saw that, yes, the exponential increase was indeed in such a way and happened in other countries, in Italy, in Spain. So now she has said that, yes, it's been about a month and we need to ease the restrictions. But at the same time, people need to take it very seriously. And yesterday and day before yesterday, Merkel looked extremely upset with her ministers, with the way people are discussing that when is the so-called lockdown going to be completely over, because officially there has not been any lockdown in Germany. We're only talking about restrictions. People were told that we trust you and these are the measures that you should follow, that stay away from each other, at least 1.5 meters of gap, 2 is better. So people could go out, they could go out for walks. They are not locked in their houses as such. But if you see yesterday, today, I've been out today for a while and I realized that because the weather's so good, people really want to come out now. And that is where her concerns come, where she says that if this is how people are going to behave, then it could be that the way Germany has controlled it so far and managed to have this curving of the flat, as we are talking about, maybe it might not work if people don't take it seriously.
Right, Isha, the other big headline from Germany today has been, of course, about the trials for a possible COVID-19 vaccine. If you can get us the latest on that front, how soon do we expect the human trials to begin and any timeline that has been laid out as of now?
It's not on paper. Again, Merkel has been very clear on this. She's not giving any false hope to people. In a lot of countries, it's being said that we'll get it as soon as possible. We'll get it in days, in weeks, or in months. But she said it very clearly that a vaccine takes time. It might be by the end of the year. It might be in the beginning of next year that we'll get a vaccine. Until the time there is no vaccine, people should not take it lightly. And I'd like to draw your attention to some figures that she gave, which is very interesting. She said that in the beginning, each person was infecting 5 to 7 other people. So there was this exponential growth. Right now it is 1. So one person is infecting only one more person, which is fair enough. That is how you have this flat graph. But if this increases to 1.1, then by January, the hospitals would be taxed. There would be too many people to handle. If it goes to 1.2, then by October, the hospitals would be taxed. And if it is 1.3, then it would be as soon as June, which is actually not too far away. And you see, the number is just too small. She's not even talking about 2 or 3. If it goes from 1 to 1.3, then by June, the situation could completely change in Germany.
And speaking about the figures that have been providing a glimmer of hope over the last few days, Isha, a lot of that has been attributed to how Germany prioritizes spending on the public health sector and has been pushing in that direction for quite some time now.
Well, yes, I would say that Germany has been in quite a luxurious situation in that way because it has a good number of hospitals. But, well, yes, if you compare it with the rest of the world, the number of hospitals is quite high. But if you talk about a pandemic, dealing with a pandemic, then I would not say that that the number is too good. But that is where you have to give credit to the way the country made its strategy. Now, Germany has like 4.3 doctors per 1,000 people. If I compare it to India, it's 0.8. So, of course, in comparison to India, it's much more. But for containing a pandemic, as I said, it's much less. So they created a strategy where they said, when patients come to us, how do we prioritize who needs more attention? And that strategy worked. Another thing that I need to tell you here is that, as you know, coronavirus, it affects people who are above the age of 60 or 65. And in Germany, if you look at the number of cases, 80% of them are below that age. So Germany made sure that the virus does not reach the old age homes. It does not reach there where there's more population, where the demographics are such, which actually happened in Italy. And hence we saw that a lot of people died there, which did not luckily happen here.